Hey dolls, welcome back to my channel. Happy hump day. Today I have a 0 to 100 glam look. I really wanted to make it extra glam today. I know I've been doing more kind of casual laid back looks, but no, today I put in the work. So I think today's going to be really fun. And I'd also like to thank today's sponsor, Drop App. If you have not heard of the Drop App, it's a free app that saves you tons of money from brands like Sephora, Postmates, Walmart, Starbucks, and so much more. And it's really simple to use. All it takes is 2 taps. You download the app and link a card, either a debit card or a credit card. Then you go to the browse page of the app and shop the offers by tapping on the offer and tapping on the shop now button. Doing this gives you points on your purchase, and the points then turn into free gift cards just by using the links inside the Drops browse page. And you can use these links as many times as you need. Some of their top offers include 4% back on Sephora, which I know many of you need, like me, because I shop on Sephora all the time and I'm always linking to Sephora because that is where I do most of my makeup shopping. 10% back on Postmates, which I use all the time because I am too lazy to get out of the house and go to an actual place to get myself some food. You also get 2% back on Walmart, 5% back on Nike, and that's just some of the brands. There are so many more that you can shop from their browse page. But not only that, on top of earning when you're using the app, you can also earn when you go in store. The app automatically tracks it since you're using your credit card or debit card. So when I go to my offers on my app, my power up offers are Sephora and Postmates. So that means I'm just going to get a little bit extra when I choose to shop with them. And all you need to do to redeem your drop points is go to the redeem section of the app, and then there it'll have all your points and show you which stores to redeem from. There's so many stores that you can redeem from. The Drop app is so easy to use, and I've been finding it very beneficial because I shop on Amazon a lot. And on top of all of this, the Drop app and I have partnered to give away some prizes. 100 prizes to be exact. If you click the link in the description box below, download the Drop app, and link a debit or credit card to your account, you are automatically entered to win. If you're downloading from the App Store, then make sure to enter my code AshleyMarie and link the card. 100 of you will be chosen at random to receive gift cards, ranging from $5 to $25, or if you want to translate it, 5,000 points to 25,000 points. Let me know what you'd redeem your points for if you were a winner. The contest does end August 31st, so please be sure to enter right away. Thank you so much again, Drop App, for sponsoring this video. Alright dolls, so now we are just going to get into this glam. Get ready with me.
Okay dolls, so to first get started, I'm going to work on my hair. It was freshly washed the day before. So I'm first spraying some Kenra Professional Thermal Styling Spray, and this is just going to protect my hair from the heat. And then I'm using this Hot Tools Gold Spring Series curling iron. This is a 5/8 inch curling iron. It is slightly smaller than a 3/4 inch curling iron. And I'm starting at the roots and then working my way towards the ends, just so my roots can really keep that curl in. And I'm just going to be doing this same process just like all my other videos. I like to start with parting my hair from the bottom, then working my way to the sides, and then once again to the back, and then to the top section of my hair. Normally it takes about 45 minutes to curl my hair, and I'm actually watching a show right now just in case anyone asks. It's this new series. It's called Light as a Feather. It's pretty interesting. I've been sort of hooked on it. I'm currently on the 2nd season. Now when I'm curling the back, I work all the way up to the crown, and then I stop right there because then I'm going to section my bangs, and that's going to be my wave in the front. So here's where I am doing my bangs, or curling my bangs, and I like to curl them in the way that I want them to flow. So I like to curl them to the left so they flow to the left. And once my hair is complete with the curling, I am then going to move on to the makeup. So this is how your hair should look. Moving on to makeup, I'm using my Kat Von D Hydrating Primer for my face just to get some primer and hydration on it. Then I'm taking my Kat Von D Concealer and I am covering up the tail ends of my brows, and that is because I have them microbladed, but I want to slightly change the shape so they flare out a little bit. I know I always get questions on that, so I like to repeat myself when it comes to covering up the tail ends of my brows. Next, I am taking my foundation, and here I am mixing my Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Foundation with my CoverGirl Matte Ambition Foundation, and I'm doing that because the Fenty Beauty is too light and the Matte Ambition is too dark. Now, right now, my face looks like a completely different shade, but it will blend in or oxidize later. Here I am taking my Pretty Vulgar Translucent Powder and applying that all over my face just to set that foundation. I am avoiding my eyelid space though. This is the Benefit 3D Brow Tones Gimme Brow Gel, and this has little fibers that stick to your eyebrows, so it's making it a little bit thicker. And then I'm going in with my Browsings Shape Kit, and this is the gel portion or the gel application that they have in the kit, and I'm just starting to draw out my brows, and as you can see, I'm flaring out the tail end a bit more than what they normally are. And here I'm taking the powder application and setting that gel. When I do this, it's going to allow my eyebrows to blend in much better with the gel and my real brows. Here I am taking just some cream eyeshadow from one of my CoverGirl palettes. It does not have a name, but if you use any cream shadow for your brow bone highlight, it will work just fine. Now I'm going in with House Lannister, and this is from the Game of Thrones palette from Urban Decay, and I'm using that as my transition shade. And then here I'm going in with Nymeria from that same palette. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing any of these names. And I'm going closer into that crease and then slightly blending that out. And I'm really just going to start working in this color. And here I'm taking the shade Lannister Red and really getting as close as possible to my crease, and I'm using a small, it's like a smudge brush, but since my lid space is very small, it's perfect for my crease. And then I'm just going to blend that out into the other shades that I have. And I am avoiding my eyelid space as best as I possibly can. Here I am taking my Carity eyeshadow primer and I'm slowly going to start carving out that lid space. I'm not going to give too much of a cut crease, it's just going to be more subtle, but I just really wanted a clean space. And this is the shade Hard Home. It's a beautiful, just glittery, sparkly crystal shade. I love it. It looks so beautiful, and it's in the same Game of Thrones palette from Urban Decay. And you can just see the contrast between the orangish tan shades and that crystal shade. It's just so beautiful. For the under eye space, I am mixing Hard Home and Nymeria together. And I'm using that as kind of a little smokiness, to add a little smokiness to my waterline. Here I am taking my Marc Jacobs eye pencil, and this is in the shade In the Buff. It's also like a crystal shade. This is the shade Sparkling by Lorella Cosmetics, and it's just a beautiful highlight shade. And now I'm taking my NYX Cosmetics Matte Liquid Liner and just going to create a wing. I'm not going to make it as thick as I normally do, just because I don't want that crystal shimmery shade on my lid to be covered. This is the Wet n Wild Dragging Me Down bronzer, and I'm going to be bronzing up my cheekbones as well as my forehead. And this is the Tarte Cosmetics blush, and I'm applying that. It just gives a nice contrast between the bronze and the blush. And once again, I am using Starling by Lorella Cosmetics to highlight my cheeks, and as well as my Cupid's bow. Next, I'm taking the shade Por Vida, and this is the Everlasting Lip Liner by Kat Von D. And I'm starting to outline my lips, and then I'm also going to shade in the corners of my lips, just to kind of give that ombre effect. And then I'm just puckering them together so it smudges a bit. Now I'm taking my liquid lipstick that I did a collab with IGXO, and this is the shade Hot Head by Ashley Marie. It's such a beautiful shade. It's so perfect with so many skin tones. I absolutely love it. And now this one is so interesting. This is the Super Lustrous The Gloss by Revlon, and it is in the shade Frost Queen. It is so beautiful. It has a subtle sort of ice blue, as you can see, an ice blue sparkle to it. I love it. It really also makes your lips look like they're super puckered. And for my eyelashes, I am using the M102B lashes, and then setting my lower lashes with some mascara. And here I'm using the Urban Decay setting spray. So here is the final makeup look. Just stunning. I absolutely love that crystal shimmer eyeshadow. Now moving on to the hair, I am just going to unpin everything. Once it's all unpinned, I'm then running my fingers through all of it. I really want these curls to just fluff out. Then going in with my Maisel brush, I'm going to be combing through all of this. Normally I tease the bottom, but I'm just making it easy on myself today, and I want more of those vintage looking waves, so I'm really just going to be brushing through and sculpting the hair and just molding it. I'm not going to be doing any teasing. And as you can see, before I actually release the curls, I like to just poof them up together with my hands. When you get the curls and the waves the way you like, I'm then going to spray some hairspray. This is the Sebastian hairspray. I'm not too crazy about it, but I ran out of my Chi hairspray. So when I spray, after that, I take the blow dryer and I set that hairspray with it so the hairspray does not weigh the hair down. Once I've worked the bottom portion, I'm moving on to my bangs. So I'm really going to tease my bangs, and they're going to look really crazy, but I promise they will look better. Then I'm switching my teasing comb to one with bristles, and this is just where I do all the molding, just using my fingers and spray some hairspray. So now I'm spraying some hairspray just to set that because I really like the volume that my wave has right now. And once you get the curls the way you like, spray some hairspray and then set it with a blow dryer. Here I'm using just a hairpin that I bought on Amazon. It just looks very glamorous and beautiful. I love it. And the earrings I actually bought at a little store at Mandalay Bay. It was extremely overpriced, but I loved them and I had to have them. So here's the back. Like I said, it's more of those vintage looking waves. So now for the fun part, the outfit. I have my faja. This is the Salon faja that I always rave about. It has sort of a mesh butt so your butt can breathe in there. And what I like to do is I put one foot in and then I roll the lace part because it has rubber, and the rubber is going to stick to your legs if you don't roll that up. So I move little by little, and as you can see, I'm really struggling, but that's how it's supposed to fit. And this is the trick that I use. I use my knuckles and I just push it into that mesh part, and then I scoop up. So this is like a scooping motion, and that's really going to help you get that faja over your butt. Then when you get it up as high as you can, I'm going to push the legs up and make sure that the mesh matches with the bottom of my butt cheek, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to lower that lace part, and then I'm going to start buttoning. But I forgot, I should really pull that over my shoulders. And yes, so I have another video where I put on the faja, but if a faja goes on super easy, you don't have it fitted correctly. It should take you some struggling to get in. And as you can see, look how snatched my waist is. It looks amazing. But this is my all-time favorite faja, hands down, 10 out of 10. I love it to death. So now in this one, you can't take the straps out. So I'm just taking the straps off, and voila. This is a dress from Stop Staring Clothing. It is so glamorous. I wore it to VidCon and people just kept stopping me and complimenting that dress because it is beautiful. But look at, I mean, my waist looks so snatched. It looks great. You can't see the lining of the butt and it just looks fabulous. I'm just so in love with that faja, and I'm in love with this dress as well. And for shoes, as always, my Betsey Johnson heels that I always love. I will never get tired of these, and I will wear them out until I can't wear them anymore.
Here is the final look for my 0 to 100 glam look. I know, completely different than the way I started. I hope you all really enjoyed it, and don't forget to check out the Drop app. Thank you, dolls. I love you, and I will see you Friday. Bye.